Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are playing Hearts of Iron 4, and we're going to be the Soviet Union. We're going to try to get the achievement, the Ooviet Onion, which means everyone around us has to be our puppets. So each country we share a border with has to be our puppet. So that means all of these, so Poland, the Balkans, or is that the Balkans or the Baltic? I never remember. Finland, and a bunch of others. But there is an easier way to get this done. So, once we go into the game, we just have to look at the focus tree and see we have to do this focus all the way down here to the autonomous Soviet republics. This will allow us to release people as puppets, and, well, it's the easiest way to get the achievement without having to go to war with half the entire world. So, we're going to start down the path of Marxism-Leninism, or get the army. Now, we are going to be going into a civil war, so we're just going to delete the army. As much as we can delete, we will delete, which is most of it. We now barely have an army, but let's just hope no one tries to attack us. Also, the Russians have a pretty good focus tree. If you want to see me try another path, like the third Rome path, that could always be fun. So just put it in the comments and I'll probably do it. For research, we're going to do our basic research that I do every video. So nothing real special here. And to do this, we're going to have to go down Trotsky's path. So we're going to have to go through the Soviet Civil War. We're also going to demand peace of Finland, but we're going to pretty much try to take all of it so they don't stand a chance against us, because we need to take them down for the achievement. And let's just hope we do it in time that no one starts to guarantee them, because that would probably be very, very annoying. So we're going to start this focus, go down here, and start the Civil War. Oh, I almost forgot. For factories, assigning factories, what? I don't know how I get these mixed up all the time. Alright, so I just put most of it on guns, artillery, and the rest on support equipment. We're going to try to build that up, and hopefully we get enough of it to sustain an army while we wait for our rebellion to fire. Alright, once you do the left opposition, you'll have to set up a secret headquarters. The best place to set up as soon to get to Moscow very quickly would probably be Odessa. So you're going to want to set up your headquarters there. Wait 5 days until it's all the way set up. Oh, we don't care about that. We care about that. But so just wait 5 days for it to be all the way set up, then pick your next focus. I'm gonna be rushing down to ignite the flames. I'm probably just gonna miss most of this, go straight for this, and then rush down to autonomous Soviet republics. But since Germany is in its civil war, they won't attack us, probably. And because there's no young officer coup in Japan, they won't get a war goal against us. So, they'll be focusing on China and eventually the United States. So, for our next focus, integrate Smirnov's bloc. I'm not sure which one of these is better. I'm just going to go with Tarkovsky, then ignite the flames, and well, hopefully we do well in this war. Remember to check Stalin's paranoia. As soon as it gets to 20, press forward satisfactory production reports to lower it all the way back down. And just keep doing that every time you can, so he doesn't start the war way before we're ready, because that would be very, very bad for us. Oh, one thing you should do before you ignite the flames, you're gonna want to sway the railway workers, so you'll actually have supplies in your base. Or supplies is really important ever since No Step Back, I'm pretty sure it was. So you're going to definitely want to get that. Okay, so I think I messed this up. I didn't get any more territory, and I only have 2 divisions. yeah, I I'm not sure how I messed this up so bad. Alright, we're gonna have to try this again from the start. It's basically gonna be the same setup, so I'm not gonna show that. But give me a second and hopefully I can fix this. Alright, so please do not make the same mistake I did. So I forgot to start trying to take territory for the Civil War. Please do not do this. Make sure to get as much territory as you can, especially Kiev and Sevastopol, so you don't have to restart this like I did. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm finally back to the place where I was before I had to restart. We have 89 divisions. The Soviets have less than that. Well, we're also the Soviets, but not the Stalinists or Trotskyites, I'm pretty sure they called them. But anyway, let's just go and hopefully we win this Civil War. Alright, so this Civil War is pretty easy. You can really just battle plan if you prepared enough for it, unlike I did on my first try. But we're on our way to Moscow. We were able to get Sevastopol and Kiev, which gave us a lot of supply. But we are going to move our capital back to Moscow because we will be making Ukraine a puppet of us. So we lose our capital if we kept it in Odessa. Alright, so you're going to want to make sure you set your navy to defend the Black Sea, because if you don't, the naval invasion will happen to you. And you definitely do not want that to happen to you. If you're not prepared or you're very deep into the Stalinists, it may cause you to just lose everything, which you do not want, obviously. Alright, we are about to take Moscow, and if I'm correct, if we take this, the Soviets, or the Stalinists, will lose the war. Like I said, this war is a pretty easy one. It's not the hardest if you make sure to get the early parts like I say you should get. Oh, and we've just taken Moscow. The game's lagging, Come on. Boom! We are now the only Soviets. Next stop, I'm gonna stop what I was doing right here and go down to Long Live the Workers' Government, Builder of the Red Army, and go all the way down to Autonomous Soviet Republics. Alright, so change of plans. After you do Long Live the Workers' Government, we're going to go all the way over here to Baltic Security, Claims in the Baltic. And we just need these two, then we'll continue our normal stuff. And is there anything else we need? Oh, and Secure Leningrad. We have to do Secure Leningrad. Alright, so once you secure the Baltic, and normally in your game you'll probably get Latvia and Estonia, But since I did the civil war during Latvia's civil war and Lithuania's civil war, it's going to be harder to get them. So when you're trying to secure Leningrad, you're going to want to put your soldiers not on the border because we want Finland to say no so we can go to war with them and puppet them for the future. Finland rejected our demands just like we wanted them to. So now we're going to take the soldiers we place right near them, create a front line and orders, and we're going to declare war as soon as our soldiers are in place. So just give it a few days. You just have to wait a little bit. You could declare war immediately, but then you risk the Finnish getting pieces of your land, and you don't want them to take your land for obvious reasons. So now we declare war. The League of Nations, if nothing else like this has happened yet, the League of Nations will just disappear. But that's not really a mechanic in this game. It's just usually for like story purposes, I guess. So just walk in. There's not going to be much Finnish resistance. Unlike real life, the Finns stand no chance during the Winter War. So I'll get back to you once this war is over, because it's not really that interesting. Alright, one thing that will happen when you go to war with Finland is they'll offer concessions, but say no. For the achievement, you're going to need to completely defeat Finland and puppet it, or you won't be able to, or there's no really other way for you to puppet Finland or have no border with them unless you puppet them through this war. Alright, so Finland, you'll be able to beat them pretty easily, but we're not going to conquer anything, we're just going to puppet them, which will increase world tension, but we're under the threshold. Oh wait, no, Japan's doing its stuff, so we're way over where we normally be. But that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to do something where I have to go over Latvia, because since the Civil War is interrupted, the Latvia we annexed wasn't all of Latvia. Oh wait, I didn't know this, we can just send an ultimatum to Latvia? Oh, I thought this was glitched or something, but we're gonna place all our soldiers on this border with Latvia. And we're still going down. Autonomous Soviet republics. We are now ready to send an ultimatum to Latvia. Let's hope they accept. If they do, then that makes our job way easier. I thought we may have to go to war with Great Britain. They are Great Britain in this timeline, I guess. But it looks like we won't have to. So we just only have 13. It takes 13 days for some reason, but we just need 13 days and we'll have Latvia, unless they say no, which they probably won't, because, well, they have no chance against our army. If they did say no, then they may be able to get on the British side because they're both non-aligned. So I'd have to declare war right away, just so they don't get any guarantees. And Latvia submits. So we annexed all of Latvia, and we're one step closer. Now I'm pretty sure all we have to do is do this thing, the Autonomous Soviet Republics. And once we do this, we may have the achievement, but don't quote me on that. Okay, so it looks like there's one more war we have to take down, because the only place on the border where we will not have a puppet is Tanatuva. So we have to start moving some soldiers. Just take whoever's closest, to be honest. You don't really need to worry about them. The Tanatuvans aren't a threat. They may become guaranteed by the Mongolians, which probably won't happen. But if the Mongolians do decide to join, they barely have any soldiers, so they aren't a threat. In 160 days, we'll be at war with Tanatuva. Alright, we are on the very last steps on achieving the achievement. The Ooviet Onion. We are doing the focus now. All we need is to take Tanatuva. Declare the war. If you've made it this far, then you shouldn't have any problem dealing with Tanatuva. They are pretty weak, and plus you actually get the state as a core since the beginning of the game. It just starts off as your core. So you can easily just sneak around, take their capital, and once you do it, annex all of this, and boom, you'll win. Yeah, I'm not sure why Tanatuva is a core state. I'm not a history buff or anything. But we'd have to take it even if it wasn't, because since it's bordering us, and we would have bordered these two states, I believe, we'd have to kill them, so we no longer border them when we annex them. Alright, so that was a very easy war. Just take everything. And boom. That's all we need to do. Now, we just wait 5 days. And then we'll be able to start releasing as puppets. I'm going to show you which ones you have to release. Alright, so occupied territories. First, release Estonia as a puppet. Latvia as a puppet. Now, who did it release? Alright, so we are going to release Ukraine. What's over here? Vladivostok. You also gonna the Far Eastern Republic, I'm pretty sure. Is that the only one over here? Yeah. It's a lot of scrolling at this part. Far Eastern Republic. Now we have to do the Republic of Buta. Oh yeah, and Tanatuva. Release Tanatuva as a puppet. If you don't want to look through all of these, you can always just, release everything as a puppet. So everything on this side is safe. Everything down here is also done. So we need to release Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, yeah, I'll just come back when I finish all this, because this is just boring to watch. Alright, so I've just released every single place needed except for this last one, I believe. Republic of Burita. Now, each state, sorry about the stumbling. Now, every place we border is now a puppet of us. Now, in a few days, we should get the achievement. I'm just going to look over one more time to make sure I didn't mess anything up. Nope, everything's right. So let's hope we get the achievement. And there we go. We have gotten the Ooviet Onion. It's not appearing on the screen, but we did do it. So just follow this guide. Well, it's not really a guide, but do what I did and you'll get the achievement, basically. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is just how I found it. So, but either way, I hope you enjoy the video, and please come again.